magicians use before a trick. And when I was a kid, they should do a trick, they would say abracadabra, and here is the trick. And I feel in ballroom sometimes I use the word abracadabra because people believe that it can be a trick. And instead, it needs a lot of study. And a lot of kids, sometimes, they get drawn into this abracadabra world of let's fake it until you make it. I would rather have people that is so passionate about that studies, so deep what we do, that the abracadabra is relative. And as I said, I always thought that ballroom dancing is magic, has to be magic. But you have to say, wow, how did he do that? Today, sometimes with the abracadabra, you said, wow, why did he do that? I think this is important for kids to sometimes put the glasses on and say, this is a bit only abracadabra. It's missing a bit of real dancing into it. And this was more or less, the word is a joke. But I must say, I see a lot of abracadabra going around at the moment, and I would like to see a bit of ballroom and Latin dancing.
Thank you very much. So, how are you? You look a bit tired, huh? It's been a long 3 days. So, I will try to give it as sharp as possible. Who knows me well, have seen me lecturing, I'm normally quite positive about it. I'm not a moaning person. I'm not the kind of person that will say, I don't like this, I don't like that. I'm very much pro doing something. But today I want to have a slightly different approach. And I want to be clear about some of the issue. I start to have some problem when I see ballroom dancing standard. The title of today's lecture, I was thinking last night in the bed, it is abracadabra. Do you understand the word abracadabra? Yes? No? Everybody? Abracadabra means, is the word normally magicians use before they do a trick. So they prepare the trick. When I was young, they would say abracadabra, and here is the rabbit. Why I want to use the word abracadabra? Because I feel that today, when we speak about standard, it's becoming a bit abracadabra. In a sense, I always thought that standard has to be magic. So my idea has always been, I look at something and I say, wow, how did he do that? Today, sometimes I look and I say, wow, why did he do that? So the beginning and part of it is similar, but the effect is not exactly the same. Why? Because I feel that we are getting in a situation where standard is becoming relatively complicated. One of my main coaches when I was young was Mr. Benny Tolmeyer. He was a Dutch, he was an extremely good teacher, extremely good dancer. And he said to me once, William, when it is too complex, something is wrong. I have the feeling today, when sometimes I look at some standard competition, that there is a lot of abracadabra. I'm missing very simple elements of what standard dancing is. Example, we are getting to a situation where actions are becoming studied by 3 million experts. Behind a couple we have psychologist, nutritionist, ballet teacher, ballet teacher, plumber, butcher, 3 psychiatric, 1 Latin, 3 ballroom, and the traffic director. all of this, in general, to create ideas, in particular mechanically, that for me are a mystery, total mystery. Why? Example. I look at some of the competition, and today the lowering is becoming interesting. It is a complex thing between part lowering, part non-lowering, part rising, part non-rising. And it is incredible to me that people invest hours and hours in perfecting something that a normal beginner will do naturally in the first lesson. If you take a normal beginner and you say to him lower, he will go. Rise, he will go. Today we are in a situation that we create pool of experts to do this. When lowering, and rising. In a way, it's not so much abracadabra. Because otherwise, at the end, I get this feeling of not wow, how he did it, but wow, why he did it. And it's very important for me today here with you, just to make you aware that when you speak about standard ballroom dancing, to be able in your brain to see when there is a lot of abracadabra and very little of ballroom dancing, standard or Latin. Example. People want to be fast, and this is wow, imagine. I was probably recognized one of the first ones to be extremely fast in movements. But there is an issue with that speed. That is called music. Music is this strange sound you hear in the background. This is music, and this is just, it's not only for company, but it's got a meaning. The meaning is that you want to be extremely fast, but still maybe hitting a bit here and there. Today the abracadabra is 1, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3. One number, 58 steps. Soon we will need the whole alphabet, because before there was only the end. Then with the Latin we had the A. Now in ballroom we have B, C, D, F. Again, the abracadabra is faster is better. No. The reality is you can be extremely fast, but still it would be nice if you can be within reason with the music. Another thing that is abracadabra for me today is the invention of new choreography. It's very interesting. In Viennese waltz now, with this thing about choreography, I said already a few times before that I will not get into this discussion until I can see where it goes. I was not against and I was not pro when this thing started. Now, 6 months after, I have my opinion. My opinion is that there is no invention behind it. Actually, people is taking steps from the waltz, from the foxtrot, and is placing it in Viennese waltz. It's like if I come into this room and I say, I invented a new thing. It's got 4 wheels. The steering, clutch, sit, and I call it Babaloo. A normal person would raise the hand and say, there is already something like this, it's called car. Today, when I see Viennese, this incredible idea of choreography. This is foxtrot or waltz, with one difference. So with the speed of Viennese, some of the steps start to be slightly complicated to be still in the correct frame of time. So we are getting to the abracadabra again of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In reality, in the abracadabra world, it's like if a magician, in front of everybody, takes the rabbit, put it in the head, and then he goes, et voila. I invested too many time of my life into it. I'm too passionate about it. To leave people with the abracadabra thing destroying it. It will be very complicated. And in this, I'm not so nice. So, thank you again. It was a pleasure to be here with you.